So listen, people, the markets are closed for business today, but I tell you one thing that remains open, that's none other than Bitcoin. If you guys are ready to get to the bag, this is the video I'm gonna need you guys to tap into, because behind the scenes, we are seeing some heavy activity with BTC. Check it out, 600 million of inflows for the first time since May. That just shows you guys where the smart money's going, where the big capital's going. Better yet, take a look at the price chart with me, because what we have just seen is a breakout of what we call a down channel. When we get a clean break like this, price moving higher, only means one thing and one thing only, and that is Bitcoin is moving higher. Currently, Bitcoin is standing at $107,000. But you guys know, if you've been tapped into the channel for some time now, though, we are making our way higher. Not to 110, not to 120, not to 130, but 140,000 before we close out this year. That's tons of upside. So I can hear you guys now asking, should you buy Bitcoin? That's fine. That's decent return. But I want to make sure that you guys are maximizing the opportunity you've got here. The way you do that is by taking advantage of the options market. So yeah, buying BTC, correct, you're going to make 40%, 50% here, perfect. But in the options market, you're going to go ahead and make hundreds of percent. 200%, 300% on repeat, all right, as it climbs up towards that 140,000 mark. So in this video, I'm going to guide you guys, help you navigate the options market and put you guys in a position to win, take advantage of this move we are inevitably going to be seeing in Bitcoin. Listen, guys, I've got a good one for you as always, but let's tap into the first play, because we've got none other than Mara. Now listen, this is what we call a Bitcoin miner, so their operations are directly correlated and involved in the Bitcoin space. So as BTC moves up higher, Mara is going to continue to move up higher. We've actually seen a move in this thing take place, and you guys know last time we spoke about Mara, it was hovering in the 13 range, and I told you guys it's time to start looking at some call options. Call options are going to be the move on this, because we're going to easily see this thing get up to the 18s. Check a few videos back and you'll see it there. That's one thing I love about YouTube. It's all recorded, all documented, all right? But now we're standing at 17 bucks. Listen, there's a lot of room for the upside as Bitcoin continues to climb. Bitcoin has now set the stage for it to move from 107,000, where it's at right now, to a much higher value, and it's going to take Mara with it. So we're going to hop into the options chain and help you guys navigate and give you guys some tips and tricks to put you in a position to take advantage of what we are inevitably going to be seeing in Mara, and that is a move higher. But before I get to it, before I get into the options chain, let me just show you guys what it looked like last time I ran the play on Mara. Check it out. This was my last option play on Mara. Pulled in a cool 60%, netting 13,000 bucks in profit. All right, so this was light work right here, and you're going to see why in a minute. But it just shows you guys the power, it just shows you guys the leverage, it shows you guys the scale of the options market, all right? The ability to really start generating some serious capital, some serious cash, right? That's why I want all of you guys tapped in. But it wasn't just me who succeeded and won on this trade. Listen, it's the whole team over the Patreon. Shout out to the whole team. So make sure you guys hit the link down below, tap into the Patreon so you guys know when it's go time on all the positions. The whole team did exceptionally well on this one with me, all right? And we're getting ready to do it again, and I'd love to have you there. Let's head to the Mara options chain, because this is where the money is made. Check it out. Now, as I said, I'm going to help you and guide you guys navigate the options market, because when you're doing it solo, guys, it's a bit complicated. It's a bit confusing. There's a lot of bells and whistles to it. So I'm going to make sure that you guys are navigating it, and I'll make sure you guys are in a position to have the fundamentals right. All right. So listen, when it comes to all these positions that are going to be taking advantage of the move in Bitcoin that we're seeing, Mara is one of them. But if you look at the options chain, we can choose different dates: July 11th, July 18th, July 25th, and so on, okay? And some of you guys might be confused. I get a lot of questions when I do my one-to-one sessions with you guys. What date should we pick? What strike price should we pick? Listen, I am selecting 2-week out options. So you can see here, I've highlighted the July 18th option, okay? This gives me ample time for price to move and the direction to materialize, and those percentage points to accumulate and gain, right? The profits to build. Sometimes I pick a 1 week out, but that all just depends on the overall volatility in the market. Right now, volatility is a little bit on the lower side, so we extend out the option a week extra just to account for some days where price doesn't move anywhere. Listen, this is the secret sauce. This is what is going to get you guys making hundreds of percentage points in the options market. It's gems like this. But if you look, Mara options are going for around 100 to 80 to $100, all right? So that's the kind of like sweet spot, the price point these options are going to be going for when we start to get ready and jump into these. So these are going to be high up on your priority list, all right? Listen, as I said, to make sure that you guys know exactly when it's go time on these options, hit the link down below, join the team over at the Patreon, because I'm making sure my whole team continues to go to the top. Listen, we've had an incredible end to June, all right, with our Google call option, netted the guys hundreds in percent, and we're ready to continue that momentum in the month of July, all right? Non-stop action over there. Make sure you guys tap in. Let's head to the next play, all right? Because it's not just Mara. You guys know I like to load you up on all the plays, put you guys in a position to win. Check it out. GME currently standing $23 now. GME holds Bitcoin on its balance sheet. That's why it's going to benefit from the increased activity we're going to be seeing in Bitcoin. So listen, when Bitcoin starts shooting from here, 107,000, boom, starts moving to the 120s, the 140s, GME is going to benefit off that, guys. And the fact is, take a look at the GME price chart. It threw us a curveball, all right? Because it wasn't too long ago, this thing was standing at $35. They dropped this thing all the way down to $22. Guys, they did it deliberately. This is what we call the great shakeout, all right? And they did exactly what they wanted to do, but they can't trick me. I've been in this business too long, right? 10 years is enough time to see anything they're going to throw out at you. Now what we're doing is staging a recovery. You can see we're standing at 23, just shy of $24. This thing will be making its way back up to 30 and into the 40s, better yet, all right? Riding the wave and the momentum of Bitcoin. So this is a huge opportunity to be riding call options on the way up. But before I get to the options chain, you guys ready? Check it out. Look at, guys, this was the play of the year. The last time myself and the team ran the option play, the call options on GME, check out what we did. 129,000 on one options play. Guys, if any of you guys wondering why I preach about the options market so much, it's this right here. Check it out. 100 grand in one play. I'm telling you guys, the sky's the limit when it comes to the options market. Even though this is big returns, you can see right here, 372% in one trade, guys. This isn't even the cream of the top of the iceberg, guys. Listen, there's billionaires running it up like this on a daily in the options market. So there's no reason why you guys can't run it up couple $100, couple $1,000, all right? Let's check out the GME option chain. I want you guys to get very familiar with this because again, you guys are going to make a lot of money here. Check it out. Again, July 18th, you guys can see these options are going for around $50, $70, all right? Super cheap. Beautiful price point, all right, to start getting in. We're going to start to get active on these very, very soon. Real active, all right? Listen, I don't know if we're going to replicate a 372% move, but we can definitely jump on and run it up 200, 250%, no doubt. Let me help you guys because there are different strike prices we're seeing in the options chain. And I get a lot of questions when I do my one-to-ones with you guys. What strike price should we select? Should we select the 25s, the 26, the 30s, right? If you guys notice, as you go down, all right, in terms of strike price, the price of the contract will decrease. You can see $70 for the 2450s, $50 for the 25s, 2550s going for $42. You can see it's decreasing as you get out of the money, all right? I want you guys to understand this is a trap that they've laid for the beginners, right? Those that don't have the experience, they jump into these far out the money options and they're lured in by the fact that it's a cheaper price point. I don't want any of my guys over here falling for any of their tricks that they play. It's the at the money options is where you guys are going to make the big bucks. Listen, the 372% GME win that myself and the team over the Patreon knocked out of the park with not too long ago, those were at the money options, guys. That's how we managed to deliver those sensational returns. And that's how we're going to continue to do so. So for those of you guys who are trying to navigate the options market, you're confused with what strike price to select. At the money options is where the money is made, right? Make sure you guys remember that. Let's head to the next one. One more in the tank. and that's none other than Robinhood. Check it out, currently 94 bucks. This is what we call a power play. We not only hold the stock, but we run the options play as well, right? Just making money. Whether price moves up, price moves down, make sure that we're always in the green, all right? Let's head to the options chain and check out what we're seeing, because when it comes to the hood options, I want you guys to take a look at the top right where it says the IV percentile. Guys, tell me what number that says. It says 80%. What that shows you is that right now the Robinhood options are expensive. Okay, the price of the options are tracked over the year, and the IV percentile is a very quick check to see that, all right, are we in surge mode, or are the options priced fairly? Are they priced at a low price where I can get in, make some good entry and ride them higher? These are at 80% IV percentile, showing you that these options right now are expensive. So what's the protocol here? You let them cool off, all right? Let them come down to the sweet spot. Where's the sweet spot? The 40-50 territory realm. If you get them lower than that, perfect. But typically most options that I start looking at is when it's at the 40 to 50 on the IV percentile, right? Because then you know that you can get in and you can get some explosive moves. The explosive moves in these have already happened. That's why they're in surge price mode. That's why these options are going for $5, when if you wait a little bit here and there, guys, these are going to come down to the 200 mark, right? That's the kind of sweet spot when it comes to these. So that's, again, another little trick that you guys can use to your advantage when it comes to the options market. It's going to help you guys run it up hundreds of percentage points. And that's what I want to see for all of you. Listen, we are getting ready, geared up to take some incredible option plays as we ride up the Bitcoin momentum that's about to kick in, all right? Listen, you guys heard it here first. That's the video for today. You guys drop me your comments, but let me know what you think on all these plays, and I'll see all of you guys very, very soon.